Hi, I'm Fiona Bennett, and I want to talk to you about the 3 C's. And those used to be, when I was working in the nuclear industry, control, cool, and contain. And now they are concentrate, consistency, and confidence. Just as important, but just in a totally different area. And you might be wondering what the heck I'm talking about, because I haven't really introduced myself, but I am a life coach, an educator, and an energy healer. And I work now with something that is one of the most important thing that you're ever going to work with in your entire life, and that is your mind. When you are trying to create your life, you're trying to create anything in your life, you have to be able to work with your mind. That's why concentration is the number one on the list. The number 1 C, concentration. If you are trying to learn a new habit, if you're trying to focus on anything, you have to be able to concentrate and control your mind. Everything that you are getting stuck on isn't because you're weak. It isn't because you're broken. It isn't because you're a bad person. It's because you haven't learned how to take control of your own mind. Your mind is in control of you. And one of the things that you probably have heard is the term of like little monkeys jumping around inside of your head. And when people try and meditate, that's what they can sometimes feel like is happening, is little monkeys are jumping around inside of your head. That's just because you haven't practiced the art of concentration. And it really is an art. It's something that you can develop. We all are capable of concentrating. And if you believe you're not, it's only because you've been told that you can't, and now you believe that you can't. But we can. It's a matter of practice. So you can start with a minute. Start with a minute. Start with putting yourself into a place where you're going to concentrate your mind for 1 minute. Now, a minute doesn't sound like a long time, but it can be an eternity when you're trying to stop those little monkeys from jumping around. So do something like a candle exercise. And when I was in Scotland with my cousin, this is one of the things I was really good at. Everyone else was doing the Wii game where they were skiing down the hill, and they had to be excellent at all of these really athletic things on the Wii game. But I rocked concentrating on a candle, because you don't move, right? You just don't move. So if you can keep your body still, that's part of it. But the other part is to be able to keep your mind still. That's the harder part. So it just needs something to focus on to help. And a candle is going to help you. And if you've ever done any sort of exercise where you're going to spin in a circle, or you're going to do a balance where you're going to try and stay very still, you know that you need a point to focus on, where you're going to look at that thing and you're going to spin and come back. You'll look at that thing and you're going to spin and come back. Or if you're doing a yoga pose where you're standing and you're trying not to wobble, you're looking at a specific point and you're keeping your eyes focused on that point. So that's to keep your body still. This is to keep your mind still. And it's the same idea though, is you're going to light a candle and get yourself into a comfortable position and stare at that point on the candle. Now the candle's going to flicker, and you're going to keep your eyes on that one point on that candle. And what's going to happen is you're going to lose focus. okay? You lose focus, and your eyes are going to go here and there and everywhere, and just bring them back to that point on the candle. And let your focus go. Right? Just let it go so that you're really not trying to follow the flickers of the candle. You're just staring at the point. You can do the same thing with the point on the wall, like you do when you spin. Just keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on that one thing. And set a timer. So set your timer for 1 minute. Just 1 minute. And start there. And it's going to be harder than it sounds. And then just gradually expand. Expand from 1 minute to 2 minutes to 3 minutes to 4 minutes to 5 minutes. And it might take you months to get to a place where it's 1 minute where you're not breaking away from your point of concentration. But every single time you break away, you have to reset your clock. Okay, so you go back to 0 and start again and again and again and again and again until you get to your full 60 seconds with an unbroken concentration. And then 120 seconds, and then so on and so on and so on, until eventually you can concentrate, you can control your mind for longer periods of time. And why do you want to do that? You want to do it because you want to create space for your own thoughts. You want to create room for what you want to fill your head with, so that it's not filled with all kinds of other people's garbage. So you create the space in your mind for the vision you want for your own life. So the second C is consistency. Because if you just do this once, it's not going to work. Just like anything. If you do anything once or twice or 3 times or whatever, it's not going to work. So you need to create the concentration to control your own mind every day. And along with that, you're going to be creating a vision for your life. Fill your mind with what you want in it. Stop allowing all of the other thoughts to invade. As you take control of your mind, you are able to take control of your life. You decide what you're putting in. You decide what you're taking out. You are going to take out the thoughts that no longer serve you. All of those negative things can go. They can go. You can choose. Is that true? Is it not? And if it's not true, you can delete it. And you can insert the positive things, the true things that are going to serve you in your life. You create what is going to be useful for you. And start to create a vision, not just of who you are in this moment, but who do you want to be? Insert that. Hold the vision of who do I want to be? So in order to do that, you may not have experienced yet the things in your life that you are yearning for, that you know exist and are for you, but you haven't yet had in your life. So if all you're doing in your life so far is just living more of the same, stop doing that. Because all you're going to do is create more of the same. Start to expand your information of what's out there for you. So look ahead. Look into the future. Look into what I want, not what do I have. That's limiting. That's so limiting. What have I been already? I don't want to recreate that. And what do I have right now? I don't want to stay here. I want what I know is possible for me. So start looking into the future, into the possibilities, into the amazing possibilities. Do that with your mind. Imagine. Open. When you have taken control of your own mind and you have developed concentration and created this space, then you can allow all of the possibilities to take some shape. Right? Now you have this canvas and you can paint your beautiful, beautiful picture upon it. And that's where the third C comes in, confidence. Because you can start to see who you really are. You can start to see it. Because the more you can control your mind, and the more you can see and envision, hold the future, hold this image of all of the beautiful possibilities of your life, the more that you expand and grow and start to do the things that are available to you, the more you start to feel it. The more you begin to believe it. You know what? I did that. I did that. I did it. I imagined it. I felt it. I tried it. It worked. It was amazing. It felt amazing. And it feels like, you know what? I can actually do this. You start to develop a feeling of capability, competence, and that builds confidence. Every time you take a new step in the direction that you're going, you say, look what I did. Look what I can do. Look what I am actually doing. So you concentrate and focus. You create this beautiful landscape in your mind of what you want, and you create it by doing it. You develop this confidence and spirit from actually being who you are. So those are the C's, is to concentrate and to consistently hold that vision, consistently do it, consistently. And that builds your confidence. So concentrate, consistently do it, and confidently step into it. Very exciting. Have fun with it. Please subscribe to this video if you enjoyed it, if you got something from it, if you felt inspired by it, if you're ready to start doing it. If you need some help, I'm happy to help you. I would love to connect with you. Please reach out and let's book a session.